something, saying for to leave, the planet for you as the new generation, and you have to pass, our Earth to a coming generation. That is very important. If you keep that in mind, if you have this concept, I am as an older man passing to you the planet, though too bad it's not in a good shape, but you have to look at the planet as a ball that you are going to pass to a generation that you may never know, never meet. So working together, saving the planet together is the goal of everyone. It's my goal, it's your goal, and it's the goal, of your teacher. So everyone, should be really involved. There is an Indian proverb: the earth is not ours. We inherited it, from our children. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to you, and you are going to pass it, to other people that will come in the future. So we should fight our egoism. We shouldn't be very egoistic. So if we are egoistic, so the war is lost, the battle is lost. So we don't have to be egoistic. I know to be egoistic is part of our human nature, but we can really control it. We can control it by degrees. Just control it by degree.
Najib, here they want to make you a question. So one of the students will introduce you the question. Okay, do you want to address to him? ¿Quieres hacer la pregunta? Vale. La pregunta tiene, bueno, she's very shy, so she doesn't want to.
She should be shy, Come on, don't be shy. Because to be shy, you cannot, fight climate change. You shouldn't be shy, to fight climate change.
In English. Venga. In English, si tú quieres.
¿Qué pasa?
What happened in
What happened in Morocco? Morocco, claro.
What happened in Morocco?
Yes. Okay. What's happening in Morocco? In terms of climate change, we, as you know, the first problem we have here in Morocco is the rain. We have drought, we have no rain. And This month it has been okay. We have some good rain, but it's not enough. So all our, water sources dried up, and we don't have enough water. We don't have enough water. And when you don't have enough water, that will affect our lives. It affects people. And also, you asked about flora and fauna, biodiversity. The first victim of, water stress is biodiversity. If we don't have water, we lose our biodiversity. And as you might know, Morocco in flora, Morocco is the second country in the Mediterranean that has a very big, flora. It's number 2, and Turkey is number 1. But with climate change, we are going to lose that rank. We are going to lose our biodiversity. So our biodiversity is really badly affected because we have no water, because we have drought, and because we have no mechanism to save, our biodiversity. So this is what's really happening right now. And though the government now is trying to save, part of our biodiversity, but, we don't have any human resources and financial resources to really save, our biodiversity. We are losing our wetlands, and the wetland, as you know, like rivers and estuaries, we are losing those big potential important, water resources. And when you lose those, then, we are open to catastrophes. We have to keep at least save the wetland we are having right now. We have, lost a lot of them. We have lost a lot of biodiversity. And Morocco every year loses, million and million of dollars, if not billions of dollars. Of course, biodiversity losses. We lose our biodiversity, we lose money. We have to really invest a lot of money to save, our biodiversity. But right now we are in a situation where we don't have enough resources, we don't have enough, mechanism and tools to protect, our flora and fauna as well, because we are losing also our fauna. I hope I have answered your question. Okay. Good. Yeah, good. Is there any other question? I'm open to any question, but don't give me difficult questions. Okay. So as you might know, you know, climate change does not make any distinction. We are in one big ball, hot, you know, ball, and we are boiling together. It's funny. We have a Moroccan proverb. You know the snails. We eat snails a lot here in Morocco. And when you cook the snails, of course, you have the bottom and the top. You have the bottom and the top. So, and we put water. So when water, you know, starts boiling, the snails at the bottom start feeling the heat, and they start really complaining. And the snails on the top, they just don't know what's happening down at the bottom. So they ask, you know, the snails at the bottom, why are you complaining? What's really happening? It says, oh, what's happening to me right now will get up to you later on. You will see what's really happening. We are in one big pot. We are feeling the climate change here, and that will go up, you know, to other countries. So the only way is how to keep our snails alive and how to keep our water fresh and not hot. So the planet is getting hotter and hotter, and we are being the snails. You know, we are being boiled. So this is, you know, an image, metaphoric, you know, image that I hope the decision makers up in every country will take this as a good example. So what is hurting me right now will get to the top and hurts, you know, people at the top.
You can go ahead.
There is a good book by a British author. It's named The Naked Monkey. The Naked Monkey. This book talks about nuclear, how nuclear really spreads very quickly. And as you know, monkeys mimic, they imitate. All what they see, they try to mimic, they try to imitate what they see. And right now we have to stop mimicking others. If in Catalonia, you do some good things and you transfer what you are doing to other places, we will follow you. If you do bad things, we think that those bad things are the right way. We will do what you are doing. So let us work with ourselves. Let's first do good things for the planet. If you do good things for the planet in Catalonia, some monkeys like me will follow you. We'll do this because we love to imitate, we love to mimic. Do good things and I will follow you. If you do bad things, I'm going to do the same thing. Let us be practical. Khalid just reminded me of something I thought before. In your school, try to create a planet in your school. Our planet right now. Try to really plant trees, and you give the name of a tree. Countries. Every tree has the name of a country. And leave a space where you have dry trees, and what's going to happen. So try to create a green planet in your own school with trees and some different plants. Like, for example, Morocco. In Morocco, we have a palm tree. So let's plant a palm tree and call it Morocco, or North Africa, because palm trees are in North Africa. And try to plant any specific emblematic tree from a country and call it the planet, and call it the plant. This is your project. At least you will see the planet in your own school. If you keep that planet good, healthy, so the planet will be healthy. You are going to leave something to other students that will come to your school, and you pass that philosophy. You have to create your own planet inside your school. This is one of the projects that I would love to see in your own school. Planet in my school, the planet Earth in my school.
Nazib, if you want to go ahead, letting they know what do from ETE, which projects do you have, how improve the environment around the Berkane area, and so on.
Okay, so you know, my organization is involved in different you know projects, and we have projects you know concerning different fields, and I'm going to talk to you about you know the fields that can be affected you know by climate change, like for example, water. So is number one, is one essential element to our life, and it's going to be badly impacted, negatively impacted by climate change. So we have to think of ways at least to help people survive, at least to have drinking water. And with the university here in Wujda and with the German Institute and my association and the province of Berkane, we have now a unity that you know for water desalination. As you know, Berkane, my city, is not far from the sea. So we have the level of water is rising in the sea, and that can affect the water table here. So it's like our water now is becoming salty, too much salt. And you cannot use that water. You cannot drink it. You cannot use it for agriculture. So what should we do? Should we just wait? No, the organization, with the help of the university and an institute in Germany, we have invented a unity to really have fresh drinking water, which is really functioning right now. And people are really happy, you know, with that. And I hope this project will spread and go to different places in the province of Berkane. And we are working on that. We are working on that to really help people at least have drinking water.
So Najib, they have another question here.
Okay.
What do you do daily to stop the climate change?
Can you repeat the question, please? Because we can't hear very well.
Very
closer.
What do you do daily to stop the climate change?
Oh, if I have the answer, I would love, you know, to give it to you, to stop, you know, the climate change. But, you know, one very important thing, thanks for the question. We have to change, you know, our behavior. You know, if we change our behavior and adopt, you know, our behavior to the climate situation, I think we will reduce the impact of climate will reduce the impact of climate change. Like for example, I don't know, in your family, you may just see that your mother has a car, your father has a car, maybe your brother has a car. It's like in one family you have 3 or 4 cars, so that's very bad. So if we limit, the number of means of transportation, or if we use, public transportation, we are changing our behavior. We are changing our behavior. Consumption also. So we have to change our way of dealing with food. Sometimes, we buy a lot of food that we don't need. So we have to buy what we need. We have to buy what we need. And if we buy what we need, at the top, the manufacturer or the company that is producing our food will will get the lesson. Okay, if we use food, we buy food that we don't use, we are giving more opportunity for that company up on the top to produce more. And if we produce more, we impact negatively the climate change. So our behavior is the first thing that we should think of. Change our behavior. Use less vehicles that depends on fossil, because if we use petrol a lot, if we use gas a lot, we are impacting negatively the climate. So let's start with our behavior first. Don't waste our food. Buy what we need. And save some money to do something else good, for the climate. So this is the only advice I can give you. I think we have to start first by changing our behavior, and wait, for the decision makers, to take some decisions. Because if we don't change our behavior, and that, for them, it's a message. Oh, everything is normal. No, not everything is normal. Our behavior is a big problem. So change our behavior first. Change what we are doing daily. And if we change that, I'm sure that we will have some very good and positive impact on our climate. Because we are responsible. Somehow, directly or indirectly. We are not big, petrol, companies, but we contribute. So everyone is contributing to deterioration, of the climate change.
Najib, and last but not the least, they are asking what they can do from Catalonia here to change the things there.
Well, before you answering that question, I would like you to give them an exercise to do in the class. Okay, so how many of you are in the class? How many students are there?
Around 20 are we?
20, good, 20. So when I talked about, changing behavior, we should, play a game on how to change our food behavior. So they have to ask how much meat they eat in a week. So weigh that a kilogram in a week or 50 gram or just with meat. So why? Because as you know, to produce 1 kilogram of meat, beef, you need 13,000 liters of water. 13,000 liters of water. So see how much water you are wasting on 1 kilogram of meat. So the less meat we eat, the more water we have. This is just, for meat. And you can also go on avocados, for example. I know that Spain produce a lot of avocados. So when you have one avocado, it means that one piece of avocado needs 227 liters to produce one avocado. See how many avocados you eat a week and calculate that in terms of water. How much water you are wasting. Do that game, play that game in your school and see how your food behavior is also contributing to this situation of bad climate. What we should do, I think we should really have a long-term partnership between students in Catalonia and students here in Berkane, like twinning between schools. And we have to come out, with one project, both in Catalonia and also in Berkane, that concern climate change. For example, I'm working now with an organization in Italy. It is called EBO, and this organization works on Agenda 2030, the Agenda 2030, and the Agenda 2030 talks about sustainable development goals. So if we take, there are 17 goals. If we select some goals and we work on those goals here in Berkane and also in Catalonia. So every year we select some goals and we work on them. And this is one way to really help reduce the impact of climate change, the negative impact. So in the goals you have health, you have poverty, you have environment, you have education. So you have many goals. So let us select some limited goals and work together on them in Catalonia and also in Berkane.
So, Nazir, from here, we want to thank you, your time, and the clear explanations. We exposed all the items you told us. The project with the Italian school, the Carlos, no te oímos. No, we don't hear you. No te oímos nada. No escuchamos nada. Nada de nada. Ahora.
Y con esto les parece raro. Ahora que
Okay.
Chao.
Bye.